What's up, guys? Welcome to the second part in the PHP backend API tutorial. So basically I'm going to assume that you have everything set up in order to fiddle around with the PHP files. So first let's have a look at how get variables work. So for example, if I type question mark and my var equals something yada 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 like this, you can see that I don't get any errors or whatsoever. And it has to be prefixed with a question mark and the name of the variable and then equals the value. And if you have multiple variables, you can separate them by an ampersand, this character right here. So my var2 can be equal to something else like this. So I have two variables here, my var and my var2, that is equal to something else and to this, whatever that is. So what I can do now is that I can use these variables in my PHP file like this. And in here I type the name of the variables. So the first one was my var. And if I just copy that and paste it. And the other one was my var2. And I can just try it and echo them out like this. Let's just delete that. So like this, let's save it, go to the page and refresh it. And as you can see, it prints, I mean there is no space in between them, but you can see that then something else there. And if I change this over here, like this, it's changing dynamically in the code as well. So I want to use this in order to call functions in my backend. So for example, let's create a function that prints my name from the database. And this function, it echoes out, it's currently hard-coded, but it echoes out my name, which is Victor. Like this. And what I want to do now is that I want to check first if the get variable is set. So I can do like this. I can check if it's set, which returns true or false. And I'm going to call the variable for action. And if that variable is set, I'm going to check if there exists the function with this name. So for example, I'm going to like this, if function exists, and then I'm going to use the same variable, which is action, like this. And if that function exists, I might want to check first that if is authenticated as well. I'm going to authenticated. I'm going to leave that as it is right now, and I'll just assume that everyone is authenticated for everything. And if the function exists, I want to call the user function of the name of the get variable. So it kind of depends on what I'm printing in the get function. So let's have a look at how this will work. First, let's remove all the gibberish variables. If I just go here, you can see that there is nothing happening. And I want to start with the question mark, which tells me that there is variables coming. And I call the variable for action. And let's type something in here. And you can see nothing happens because there is no user function called ASD. But there is a function called prints my name from the DB, which I'm going to insert here, like this. And if I do that, you can see that it calls the function and echoes out the name. And as you can see, eventually this data right here is going to come from the database. And so that's this is pretty much the basic routing for the API. So as you can see, it's really simple. Just create the basic structure for it. So let's give that a moment and try it out for yourself in order to sink in, and let's try a couple of other functions with a different name, of course, that does different things, and fiddle around with it. And I'm sure you can see the applications for your particular domain as well. So I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye.